We're looking at live pictures of recovery efforts after the crash this morning of a Trans-Asia commuter plane into a river in Taiwan. 12 people are dead, at least 16 hurt, and at one point as many as 30 were missing. The plane crashed into a river after clipping a bridge shortly after takeoff.
Hey, very good Wednesday morning, everyone, and thank you so much for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Kyle Bosch here with Lisa Bedeau, and we're just getting started with non-stop news and weather all the way up to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. The North Dakota House Human Services Committee will take a first look today at a bill being pitched by a Fargo lawmaker that would legalize medical marijuana in the state.
Democrat Pam Anderson says she introduced the legislation at the request of one of her constituents who suffers from chronic pain. The bill says patients suffering from certain diseases can possess up to 2 ounces of pot or cannabis-related products for medical use. The measure also would allow North Dakotans with a prescription for medical marijuana to grow up to 6 pot plants.
The North Dakota House has passed a bill that would allow school boards to decide whether they want to allow conceal and carry on campus. The bill is now on its way to the Senate. Proponents say it's really not for city schools, but geared towards rural areas where there could be a long response time in an emergency.
Now, under this bill, school districts would be exempt from liability. A similar bill passed the House 2 years ago, but failed in the Senate.
Last night's railroad crash in New York was the deadliest in that service's history. This is the video from the aftermath of the accident. At least 7 people killed and 12 more hurt when a packed commuter train crashed into an SUV that was on the track during the evening rush hour.
The train caught on fire after slamming into a Jeep stuck on the tracks at a train crossing. Federal investigators say they'll be focusing on signals and crossing gates.
Coming up on 6:51, which means it's time to get a look at weather on the ones. Meteorologist Mick Kerr joining us.
Thank you. And our morning commute here in Fargo-Moorhead looks pretty friendly. No snow on the ground, though. 2 below. Feels like 17 below. We are not under a wind chill advisory, nor is Grand Forks, but just north of town, yes. 1 above feels like 15 below Grand Forks, East Grand Forks. There are some clouds up north. Clouds will slide through here today. Temperatures will not warm. Wind out of the north-northwest, and the outlook is for about 9 to 10 or 12. Well, that's this computer model, which is a little optimistic, I think. Likely about 8 or 9 for the top temperature here. That's about all we're going to do with new white snow on the ground. Northwest Minnesota, probably staying sub-zero all day. And then this evening, here comes warmer air to our rescue. Southwest wind tomorrow will take us up to the upper 20s to near 30. So tomorrow, much nicer, but with wind again and wind chills tomorrow. Today, sunshine, cold, west-northwest wind about 10 miles an hour, putting the 10 to 20 below wind chill all through the afternoon. Sunshine and cold west-central Minnesota. That's it. 2 to 9 above. And northwest Minnesota, especially between Bemidji and Lake of the Woods over to Thief River, it is going to be below 0 all day with a mostly sunny sky. A little thin layer of gray here this morning will give way to mostly sunny this afternoon. Same for northeast North Dakota. North of Highway 2, sub-zero likely much of the day. The wind will be turning to the west and eventually southwest, and we'll start the warm-up here in the late evening, right about midnight, temperatures will start to rise. No snow falling here in the valley anymore, although it was light snow over here around Wadena till about 4 a.m. Bemidji at 8 below, Fargo 2 below, Jamestown at 8 below. West-northwest wind 10 to 13 gives us a 17 to 26 below wind chill. Wind chill advisory till 10 a.m. up in the far northern end of the valley. We're talking Walsh and Marshall County northward and westward into northeast Montana. Next few days, we're going to find a big warm-up tomorrow, but quite windy. Out of the north today, southwest tomorrow.
It's always the wind that gets us.
It is, and I hate it.
Me too. Thank
yeah.
you, Mick. New information this morning on a Twin Cities area manhunt that spans several locations and cities. Police say the suspect was found dead this morning of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Police had staked out a neighborhood in Jordan, Minnesota overnight. The search started about 11 yesterday morning when officers say a man shot at them at a St. Louis Park business when they went to check on a report of someone with a gun asleep in a car. Now again, police eventually entered that home in Jordan early this morning. That's where they found the body of who is believed to be 41-year-old David Winters, the man they were looking for. Officers are still investigating the incident. It's something veterans groups have been fighting for, and after years, they're calling it a step in the right direction to reduce an alarming number of suicides after combat. It's estimated about 22 service members take their lives every day. Now, a bill sponsored by North Dakota and Minnesota lawmakers is on its way to President Obama's desk.
That could be aimed at a new generation of soldiers coming home from Iraq and Afghanistan with PTSD, calling for a more modern approach, a one-stop shop website specifically for mental health services to help what Dr. Rod Swenson says is a group of soldiers unlike any other.
A lot of the people that are getting blast injuries in the wars, the recent wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, are also coming back with a higher incidence of PTSD. It's almost as if the brain injuries make it harder to recover from the PTSD and vice versa.
The bill also calls for an evaluation of all VA mental health care and suicide prevention practices to determine what is and is not working.
It would also address a shortage of mental health experts and allow the VA to recruit experts through a student loan repayment program.
Some North Dakota lawmakers want harsher punishments for people who share explicit pictures of a person who did not give consent. The bipartisan bill addresses so-called revenge porn, which is commonly naked pictures shared by a person on digital media, then distributed by an ex-partner with the intention to shame or embarrass the person in that picture. Fargo police say it's difficult to bring criminal charges against a person you willingly shared those pictures with, and currently there is no punishment for revenge porn.
And one lapse in judgment by an individual in love shouldn't result in a lifetime of harmed feelings. These pictures, when they get out, they can be absolutely devastating to someone.
Now, if passed, a person who shares an explicit picture could face misdemeanor charges and could be sued by the victim.
In our consumer alert this morning, as we hit 6:56, the home improvement industry is on quite a roll. As the housing market continues to recover, remodeling is booming. Researchers say that would-be trade-up buyers are often deciding to stay where they are and fixing up their existing homes. Strong demand for remodeling could push spending on home improvement to record levels this year. Spending on home improvements rose by almost $6 billion between 2011 and 2013. That was the first increase since 2007. Sears is doubling its current military discount on tools today only. It goes to those who are serving and have served. It's all in honor of the 74th birthday of the United Service Organization. Now, active, reserve, and retired military personnel are eligible to receive up to 40% off regular price tools or an extra 10% off sale price tools. Again, it's today only, and you do have to bring in a valid military ID.
Photography, bronze graphic design, it can all be seen and made by the hands of art educators at Concordia College.
Yeah, the faculty art exhibit opens up on Friday to the public, but we're getting a little sneak peek this morning on what you can see there. The Valley Today's Christy Larson joining us live from the Rourke Art Museum in Moorhead with the details. Christy?
Yes, good morning, Kyle and Lisa. We gave you guys just kind of that little exclusive look before they open on Friday, like you said. And I mean, there's a lot of great pieces that are already set up. The show is almost ready to open. And we're here with Jeff Knight, who is not only an assistant professor, but you also have your own graphic designs on display. Why would you encourage people to come and see your guys' exhibit as it opens on Friday?
Yeah, I think, I definitely encourage people to come and check it out. There's a great range of work here from a lot of really great faculty, the art faculty at Concordia College, who can show off their work from the last year in a new space. So I think it's a really great opportunity to see the wide range that the faculty are providing and just kind of come and check out a really fun show.
And I know that too, when you come on Friday, it's free admission, and that's from 5 to 7. And that's a great time that you get to not only see all these pieces, but you also get to talk to some of the artists as well. And so that's when they can kind of catch up and ask you guys, what you've been up to.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great time, if you have questions or if you want to come and talk to us, we'd be more than happy to answer questions and just kind of chat about our work. We love talking about our work, so definitely come and check out the show.
And you can come again, it's opening this Friday, and you can come actually to the Rourke Art Museum Friday through Sunday, and they're open from 1 to 5. It's just an admission price, but like we said, they're having that opening reception from 5 to 7. And Kyle and Lisa, there's so much to see here, and we got to give you a little peek this morning, but you're just going to have to come out and check it all out.
And not just those educators on exhibit at the Rourke. It's kind of a little gem if you've never been there, a good excuse to go check out the entire museum. Some great works of art on display.
Definitely. Christy Larson reporting live for us. Thank you, Christy. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question, according to relationship experts, this is the #1 thing that leads to a shorter marriage.
The answer,
How
an
much did you
expensive
spend
wedding.
on your wedding
I
just
don't
like
think
a
it was
couple
that
weeks
expensive.
ago?
Not as much as I've seen.
That's true.
Very
But-
frugal and efficient, not just for you
You did a lot of
to-
work yourself, and
Right.
you helped.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it was, but yeah, I mean, you can hear about people dropping tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, that seems insane.
Yours is
but-
all in one location. That was
Yeah.
great. That was good. All right. A quick check of the weather, 3 or above or below to start, and not 10 above for the high today.
You'll continue shopping at Michael's with your wife now, too, right? It was
And
only
Hobby
before
Lobby.
in Hobby Lobby. That was only before the wedding. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. More local news and weather for you right here in 25 minutes.
Have a wonderful Wednesday, everybody. We will see you tomorrow morning.
Next, it's the fabric store.
All right.